it's Micaela from Smiling Buddha Yoga Studio. Today I've designed a class specifically for all of the workers right now that are working during this pandemic. So our healthcare workers, our drivers, people out on the floor, on the stores, and behind the scenes as well. So we're going to be focusing on opening up the shoulders, the spine, and the feet. So I would suggest what you'll need for this class is a ball. I've got a tennis ball. It can be really any ball, this size, shape. The harder it is, the more intense it's going to be. You do not need a ball. I'll show you what to do if you don't have one. But I would advise this because this is a lifesaver. You will also want to have a block. Again, it's not necessary, but it would be good if you could have one. And then also a pillow. This is necessary. So a pillow that you can grab from your bed or even a throw pillow on your sofa or your couch. And then just a space to practice some yoga. Let's get started. So we're going to start standing. This is a really good practice to do after your shift or at the end of a day. So it's going to be very low energy, getting yourself grounded and just bringing yourself out of your head and back into your body. So we're going to come into standing, and you can stand however is comfortable for you. If you'd like to have the feet pointed out, if you want the feet a little bit closer together, you can do that as well. And then just start to let the weight move down into the heels. And then as the weight moves down, the pelvis centers over the feet. You can draw the belly button slightly back. If you need to roll the shoulders down and back a couple of times, you can do that. And then eventually just softening the shoulders down and then turning the palms forward so the collarbones are wide and then the head is stacked on top of the spine, balanced between your left and your right shoulder. And then just coming into your breath. In and out through the nose. And as the breath slows down, start to let the mind, the thoughts slow down as well. And you're dropping out of the head, getting into the rest of your body. And then keeping your breath deep but still relaxed, you can start to open the eyes. On your next inhale, we're going to lengthen the arms up towards the sky. Grab your right wrist. I'm going to mirror you. Grab your right wrist and lean over towards the left. Inhale, come all the way back up. Switch sides, grab the left wrist. Exhale towards the right. Inhale, back up. Exhale again, switch, leaning over towards the left. Inhale, back up. Last time, exhale towards the right. Inhale, back up. On the exhale, release the hands. Bring them into a T shape, and I want you to press the heels of your hands away and flex your fingers back towards you. So you might feel a little bit of tingling happening. From here, the shoulder blades move in towards the spine, and then just start to move the head around. So letting the jaw be really soft, the cheeks. And then circling the head in the other direction. And then from here, slowly bringing the head back up to center and then releasing the arms down, shaking the hands for a moment. We're going to move into massaging the feet. So this is where your ball comes in handy. Start with whatever foot you would like. There is probably some tenderness in the instep, so in the inner arch of your foot. You can also massage around the base of the toes, getting into the toes. When you move towards massaging the heel, you can bring the toes onto the ground and then press and pulse a little bit up onto your tennis ball. So keep doing that, finding some tender spots. If you don't have a tennis ball, you can just massage your foot with your hands. So just bending that knee, the foot that you're going to do, and then using your thumbs and moving along the outer edges of the feet, noticing some tender spots, and maybe even using your fingers on the front of your foot to massage in between the bones. So you're helping to release some pressure here. And then from here, we're going to switch legs. So if you're using your tennis ball, now you can do the other leg. If you're using your hands to massage, just switch now. And once you've done this class and you've learned a couple of things and what your body likes to do, you can just return to that. So you don't have to take the whole class again after you get home from a long shift. You can just take the tennis ball, massage out, or take the props and do the poses that we're going to do in the next part of the class, just to help release the body and help restore the body. Couple more breaths here. And then from here you can slowly release. If you're standing, you can now come into a seated position. We're going to be using our pillows right now. So we're going to be placing the pillow behind us. I've got a really thick and big pillow, but you might have a thinner one, that's okay. If it is really thin, I would stack a couple on top of each other, or maybe even use some folded up blankets. There's going to be some space between your lower back and the props that you've got behind you. You're going to come into a lying down position. And so when you come lying down, you can have the legs bent, like I've got here, maybe even letting the knees rest against one another. If you'd like, you can straighten out the legs on the mat, just letting the heels rest down, the toes flopping out. And then the arms can rest alongside the body. Maybe squeeze the shoulder blades in a little bit and let the heads of the shoulders roll back, palms face up to the sky. You can also open up your arms a little bit wider, finding some space on the sides of the ribs and the armpits. Or if you'd like to go even more, challenge yourself, you can maybe circle the arms around your head, maybe hold on to a wrist or onto your elbows. And so we're opening up the chest here, opening up the ribs and the belly. This is really good to do for most anyone. If you're a student and you study a lot and you're bent over a desk, or you drive and you're bent over the steering wheel, just to give the front of your body some space, letting go of the muscles around the fronts of the shoulder heads. and noticing your breath in this position. So we're really opening up the lungs here. And then on your next inhale, breathe in through the nose. And on the exhale, side out through the mouth. So you let it go. Inhale through the nose again. Exhale through the mouth, make some noise. Inhale one more time like this. Exhale through the mouth. And then just coming back to your natural breath. Check in with the muscles of your face, making sure that they're nice and soft. And notice you're holding your arms up, so you don't have to hold yourself. You can completely release in this pose. Let the back of the heart rest down, let the back of the pelvis release onto the earth. We'll take 5 more breaths here. And then from here, you can start to bend the knees if they're not already, feet onto the ground. And then extend your right arm behind you. We're going to roll onto our right side, coming off of the bolster. And then from here, just rolling your pillows off to the side so that you can come onto your back flat, onto your mat. And just keep the knees bent, relaxing the spine, the shoulders down, releasing the back of the head. And have your pillows handy. We're going to come into a supported bridge pose. So with your pillows, we're going to be placing them underneath the back of the hips. So the knees stay bent, press into the feet, and then slide your pillows underneath the tailbone. So it's a little bit further down than the vertebrae of the spine. Once you've got your prop underneath the hips, keep the legs bent, and you can rest your hands on your belly or even alongside the body with the palms turned up. So we opened up the chest and the ribs. Now we're opening up the lower part of the torso. And we're going to do a bit of a breathing exercise to help open up the side of the body. So with this breathing exercise, you're going to breathe in through the nose and you're going to breathe out through the mouth. The inhale has two parts. So you're going to inhale and fill up about 3/4 of your lungs, and then pause, and then inhale all the way up, pause, and then exhale, let it all go through the mouth. And you're going to make a big sigh when you do it. So make as much noise as you need, and we'll do it all together. So just take a normal inhale to start out, and a normal exhale. And then begin, inhale through the nose, fill up the sides of the body. And then pause, inhale all the way to the top, pause, and then exhale, breathe out through the mouth. Inhale, repeat, breathe in, fill up the lungs 3/4 of the way. And then pause. Inhale, pause, and exhale through the mouth. Inhale again, big breath, and a slow breath. And then pause. Inhale, pause, exhale, let it go. Feel the front of the body release into the back of the body. Inhale again. Pause. Inhale further up into the top of the chest. Pause. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale again. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale, let it go. Come back to your natural breath. No pauses. And then we're going to come into waterfall posture. So you might have to adjust the pillows and bring them up a little bit more so that they're underneath the lower back, because we're going to lift our legs up and the hips are going to roll when we do this. So you can do one leg at a time, lifting the feet up and then extending the legs up towards the sky. They don't have to be completely straight. If it feels better to have them deeply bent, you can do that. If you want them all the way bent and even just letting the feet rest just above the glutes, you can let that happen. Otherwise, you're lengthening the legs up and letting the bones stack on top of one another. And so that you're able to drain the feet, just letting everything flow down towards the pelvis, letting gravity do the work here. And so the toes are really soft, the soles of the feet are soft. And you're letting go of the muscles down the lower leg, around the knees, into the thighs. And feeling the weight of the legs press into the lower back. So the lower back is nice and grounded into your pillows. If your feet start to fall asleep, that's normal. And there's no harm. You can stay where you are. If it's really irritating you, then you can always just come out and bring the feet back onto the floor. Maybe just bend the knees and let the feet hang in the air. And then from here, start to bend the knees, lower the feet back onto the earth. And very slowly, we're going to pick up the hips and we're going to push the pillows forward towards the feet. And then lower the hips down, keep pressing the pillows forward, and we're going to rest the back of the thighs onto our pillows here. And coming into our Shavasana, lengthening out the legs. And letting the eyes close. Resting the hands either on the belly, or you can rest the arms alongside the body, palms turned up. And just letting the whole body drop down. We're letting the body digest the practice, letting the body reorganize itself. And relaxing the muscles in the face, in the chest, the shoulders, ribs, belly, hips, into the legs, down to the feet. And the arms as well, letting them drift back. And feeling the support behind you, completely holding you here. And so I'm going to leave you now. I suggest staying in this pose for the next 3 minutes at least. And I'd like to extend my gratitude and the gratitude from all of the world to all of the people who are still working in this pandemic. And thank you so much for your hard work, for your services, and seeing how essential you are to our society, keeping it running as we're all in lockdown. And I hope you take time out of your day, every day, to nourish the body, to nourish the mind, and center yourself back into your own breath. And thank you from all of us at Smiling Buddha. Namaste.